Welcome back to Undertake Media, and today we have a very, very sad case today. Very sad case of a older 97-year-old woman who died from hypothermia. She died because her daughter left her outside in the freezing cold weather on purpose with no reason behind it, just doing whatever. All right, guys, let's get into the article. This is from the national news, Fox News. The death of a 97-year-old grandmother who had froze in Colorado is now being classified as a homicide. Officials said 97-year-old Corey Brewer went missing on January the 24th, okay? Way back in January. 2 days later, she was found dead with hypothermia. Deputies with the El Paso County Sheriff's Office found her body at an abandoned home near Clanhan Highway. Autopsy report from the El Paso County office alleged that she was intentionally left out in the cold by her daughter without her walker, without a phone, or any way to find proper shelter. Okay, the reporter said that the temperatures at the time when she went missing were low at 16 degrees with wind and some snow. The descendant was intentionally left in the cold without any way to return home or get to any type of shelter to seek help or anything. This matter is now considered a homicide, okay? This is considered a homicide. No, we do not have a picture of the daughter just yet. This is actually just a recent update about it being known as a homicide now. All right, this lady is a 97-year-old woman. She intentionally locked her mother out the house. No way to get in. Now, I don't know if this lady had any type of dementia or if she was going through any illnesses or not, but it's a sad thing that she was left outside. Okay, and then below 16 degrees at that. And we know as we get older, we don't have that much body fat to even sustain that type of cold weather. I mean, even if you do have that type of body fat, you can still die. Now, it's very unfortunate that people do have very bad relationships with their parents. They have very bad situations with their family. Sometimes even you might have situations with friends that won't even help you if you ask for help. Okay. Now, this 97-year-old woman didn't have nothing, guys. She didn't have a phone. She didn't even probably had a voice to scream for help. I do hope that they actually charge this woman with homicide because you can't even keep a dog outside in those conditions, even below, I believe, 35 degrees, which I believe personally is still too cold to leave a dog out, even though they have fur and a little bit of body fat. Still, this is a human. Mom, dad, whatever, it does not matter. This is somebody that birthed you. So the fact that you left her in the cold to freeze to death is very, very diabolical to me. Now, we don't know, like I said, the type of relationship that they had. We don't know what was being said. If there was an argument, I'm sure we will learn later on in the process of this investigation. When we will be following up on this tragic story. Okay, and I hope her daughter does go behind bars, gets behind bars, and whoever else was in that home with them is also arrested because there's no reason that you should do that. Now, it will be different, and I still think it's horrible, but it would be different if the mother just left out on her own, and decided to walk somewhere, and they couldn't bring her back home. That's something different than you kicking her out intentionally, locking her outside, and she can't get in the house at all, knowing it's 16 degrees below. I don't know if you thought your mother was about to walk somewhere and find some type of shelter or find a neighbor or somebody that's driving past that could pick her up as she's walking. I don't know what you thought, but it's very, 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 very sad. It's very sad. And you are a waste of breath now because you didn't care about your mother's breath. Okay, you didn't care how she died. You didn't care if she had transportation. You didn't care if she had a coat. You didn't care if she had a phone. You were going off of your own emotion, and rather, regardless of the relationship, that is a human being that does not deserve to die in those type of manners. No one does. No one does. You only deserve to pass away in your sleep or when God calls you home. They have not received a statement from her daughter. We don't even know the daughter's name at this point. But we do know that her mother died by her neglect from her mother, from neglecting her mother and allowing her to be outside in under 16-degree weather. So we will keep an update on this story. And I do pray for this young woman's family, other than her daughter, who purposely did that. But I do pray for her family and her family that they can figure this situation out. And I hope that they do figure out the investigation because they need to put somebody behind bars. Either everybody that was in that house, if there were anyone else in the house, or just the daughter. But once again, there is no reason, unless you were plotting and planning to purposely do this so you could get something out of it. Okay? And clearly you did get something out of it, but it wasn't a good thing. Now you have to face homicide charges. Okay? So we will be coming up with this very soon. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment, guys. If you guys know anything else about this case, you can always email me. Okay? And hit me up in the chat. Let me know any more information that you guys may hear about so we can put it in the next video. Okay, guys? Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back with the next video.